everybody, my name is Jess, the Tarotist, and I have a timeless pick a card just for you. This is going to be a 2-in-1 combo. That sounds delicious. So, first I have a message from the person that's closest to your heart. This can be romantic, platonic. You'll know who I'm talking about based on what the card says. So we have that, but we also have a message for your heart. Just like a message, like what you need to know that your heart needs to hear. So let's get started. We have pile number 1, the 13th hole. We have pile number 2, T18 with a crown on top. I was trying to make that like one of those mystical shake ball things and it tells you the answer. It didn't work out. Pile number 2, T18. And lastly, we have scared money don't make money and the state of Nevada. Pile number 3. Go with your gut and I'll see you at your reading. Toodles! Hello everybody who chose pile number 1, the 13th hole. This message is just for you. A message for your heart and a message from the person closest to your heart, meaning it could be a romantic situation, a friend, it could be family. You'll know when I read the card who it is, who this person is. So 13th hole, pile number 1, this message is just for you. We have Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Pisces, Libra, and Sagittarius, but all signs are welcome. I'm getting that you might be having some upcoming travels very soon, specifically to New York. I also get that, or the East Coast. I get that you also might be buying a new watch. Also something to do with baking, specifically like an apple pie, pumpkin pie, something to do with, yeah, I just get lots of baking and like with fruit. So you might be craving those sweet treats. I digress. Pile number 1, the person that's closest to your heart wants to tell you, I had a rough childhood, so I easily start thinking the worst case scenarios. I know most are illusions, but they feel so real. The moon. And then you are represented by the Hawthorn wand. And the Hawthorn wand is really special because a Hawthorn wand has the power to heal. It has the power to heal and the power to curse. And I get that this is what this person that you're attached to feels like. They feel like you've cursed them. And it's simply not the case. What I'm seeing is by you healing yourself, by making the choices, doing the hard work, follow-throughs, all the stuff that the self-help books tell you to do, you're doing it. You're loving yourself fully and you're believing in yourself. And I get that you're surprising yourself and you're surprising everyone around you, pile number 1. It's not just a glow up. It's not just physical. There is a mental shift and just an eternal fire within you that people notice. So you might be getting lots of emails. Oh my God, that was the old thing to say. You might be getting a lot of text messages, emails, phone calls. I get that you are becoming really popular. Even if that's not your goal, I just get that your energy is very delicious and people love being around you, pile number 1. And I get that you're going to be surprised within the next month watching this from now to the end of the month. I also get that your harvest season, so Mabon, so that would be late August through, August through September, if I'm not mistaken. But I get that your Virgo and Libra season are going to be quite spectacular. And I get that you're going to have a few surprises. But what's happening is this person feels like you curse them because they're comparing their life to yours. But 2, they're seeing that you're not crushed, that you're not broken, that you're not struggling the way that they are. And it's almost like misery loves company, you know? I know that's an old school saying, but it goes really in line with this. So I get that this person realizes they have traumas and triggers. Are they working on it is a different story. Because we have the wolf in sheep's clothing and we have clout hungry. Says anything, does anything, makes shit up, dramatic. So I get that you could be, like the person that you're separated from, you guys could share a friend circle. I get that there are two people involved in your life that are really prominent that either you're not speaking to, or that this applies to, the, you know, the rough childhood, traumatic childhood, or trauma that's just unhealed. And what I'm getting is that your heart message, pile number one, is you're learning now how to spot what the clout hungry behaviors are, the wolves in sheep clothing. You know that this person is has had a rough childhood. You know that people don't all have the same vantage point, and you respect that. But you also know like when to protect yourself. And I get that this person, the person that you're not talking to, I had a rough childhood, worst case scenarios, I get that it's not quite done yet. I also get that they're just very juvenile. So I don't know if they have children, or maybe you have children with them. Or maybe this could even be like trauma they learned in high school and they just still are acting the same. So, pile number one, let's get into your message for your heart. Listening, watching, growing. I just see that you're setting fire to the rain. You could be listening to Adele. I get that you're feeling a lot of feels, but you're not being overcome by them. In fact, you're being inspired, and as to where the person that you disconnected from, the person who's represented by the moon, they could be a Cancer, they could be a Taurus, they could be a Capricorn, they even could be an Aries. Pile one. We have the Knight of Cups in the upright along with the moon. So this is definitely really strong romantic energy. There is a lot of love between you. Even if this isn't a romantic connection, this is somebody who definitely wants to come to you and give you a gift, a romantic offering. They're dragging their feet though. They're taking their sweet time. But I also see that you don't fully trust it. And as you shouldn't, because this is a scene happening at night. Not everything is visible in the nighttime. Pile number one. We have the Hangman and we have Temperance in the reverse. What you need to know right now, pile number one, what your heart needs to hear, is that this is a perfect time for you to just put your feet up and chill when it comes to love. Don't make any decisions right now. What you need to know, pile number one, away from this connection, away from this person with the childhood traumas, you as a person, your heart message is to realize how much you've grown, and you're learning the language of romance, but in your language, not Hallmark Hollywood romantic love language. This is like you learning what you like, what speaks to your soul. And I see that you do want love, and you are actively opening your heart is what you need to know. And that you don't need, people are going to come to you. I get two special people coming to you in the month of, if I had to guesstimate. And I'm back. Sorry, I felt like I had to sneeze for a second. But what I was saying was, I get by the month of March, no matter what time you're watching this, you are going to have two really special people in your life. Romantic, platonic. I get the people that have left your life. I don't want to say they're going to be replaced, but those gaps are going to be replaced or going to be filled. And I see that it's going to be really good for you, but there is a deep imbalance, and you see that you're shifting it. And I get that there's a deep imbalance with where you're at with this connection. Like I said, I don't know if you're going to get back together with this wolf in sheep's clothing, the clout hungry person. I do get there's a lot of love between you guys, and I do get that only time can rebalance this situation, if it's going to balance at all. Is there anything else pile 1 needs to know? We have the Sun in reverse and the 9 of Swords. So I do get that for you, pile number 1, even though there's a lot of blessings in your life, that your inner demons, your kryptonite is just low energy, low vitality, low passion, not really feeling excited about things, feeling very listless. You might even be really stressed out about your hair. Maybe it's thinning, or it just isn't looking right, or maybe you're just not happy with your aesthetic. But I'm getting that you, pile number 1, are so smart intellectually and the way you speak, and I get that you police yourself a lot, and that's why you fell prey to these people that really needed an ego stroke from you, that really needed something from you. You need to know, pile number 1, that you are loved and that you are making loving decisions for yourself, giving yourself blessings, opening blessings up for yourself, and that this person that you had to disconnect from is feeling cursed without you, and they're also feeling cursed with the decisions and choices they've made. Keep exploring yourself. Keep opening up your heart and doing activities that open up your heart, and this situation will balance out, I promise. And not just with the people, but with new people as well. So, I hope that helped. Until next time, love you, toodles! Hello, everybody who chose pile number 2, T18 with the little crown on top. This message is just for you. A message for your heart and a message from the person closest to your heart. And it can be romantic, platonic. I will say, out of all the piles, this was the strongest twin flame energy. And I also get that the person closest to your heart, or the person that has like the strongest heart message for you, if you will, you guys are separated. Like, there is no communication or very limited communication. I get that you are, like, there's a blockage to you. Like, there's just open road. It's just you and your thoughts and the solo journey that you're on of finding yourself. Finding out this new, like, just really finding out more about yourself, I should say. You might be buying something to do with sparkles or glitter. I'm also getting the color green and red being really significant for you. I'm also getting something to do with chicken strips, fried chicken. Maybe you recently ate it. Let me know your favorite sauce in the comments. Pile number 2. This person that has a message for you closest to your heart. Despite it all, I cherish all the time spent together. I'm thinking of new ways to bring peace and harmony between us. I wish I can take back all the words I said to you. I get very angry when someone doesn't agree with me and I act impulsively. So this person could be an air sign person. I also get that the last time you spoke to them, or the thing that separated you guys, first and foremost, I really feel like it was from them. I get that they either gave you the silent treatment, or they cut you off, or they walked away. But I get that they initiated the no contact, or they broke it off. And I see that this person is really feeling it now. They acted impulsively, and the truth was, the problem was never with you. You're not perfect, but the problem really wasn't with you. The problem is that this person either wants to be the hero or the victim, but they never want to be the villain. They never want to say sorry. This is a person that has a really strong ego. I'm also getting that this person could be an Aquarius or a Taurus, like super strong Taurus energy. And you, pile number 2, you're represented by the card of privilege. Right now, you are honoring the silence and the death of this connection. I get that you might be thinking of getting a new pet soon, or you might be watching animal videos. I really even get the Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe you're getting some new stuff with Jack Skellington on it. But I see that ultimately for you, pile number 2, and really this is your heart message, you are starting to realize the privilege of relationships, even when they don't work out. You're understanding the gift of what a relationship can teach you. And it's not just romance, it can be friendship, your family. You know, this is just, I get that you are really seeing relationships for all the joy they can bring and all the lessons they can teach us. Because I really feel like you are a person that kind of held on. Like you're a person that that let people talk to them a certain way, especially with people that you love. I get that within the next 2 months, this is a timeless reading. So for some of you, I get super strong Mabon energy. So that would be August, September. I'm also seeing it could be the month of harvest. I'm sorry, that's really Mabon's the month of harvest. So I'm really seeing like August through September being really significant. But if not that, I really see the month of April being very significant for this pile. You are going to have a moment with this person. I get that this person, the next interactions that you're going to be having with them are actually going to be pretty pleasant. I see that they're going to be a lot of joy, maybe a lot of laughing, good talks. I don't see it being very deep. Like you might have to do group projects with them. Maybe you work with them, or maybe you guys have the same friend circle, or I get that you're in close proximity. I see that there's a lot of like surface level friendliness and happiness. But you got to remember, this is also a groupie. And I think that's how you see them too, honestly. You're seeing flattery for what it is. And even though it's great to compliment people, but you're seeing what groupies need you, right? To feel good. They want something from you. And that's ultimately how you see this person, is like they kind of steal your supply of joy and energy. Moving on. Thank you. Next. You could be an Ariana Grande fan. I also got Avril Lavigne. I don't know if you recently heard a song from her, or her song Mobile is actually, it's very old, but it is so good. So I highly recommend listening to that. I get that for a majority of you, pile number 2, is that you're honoring the silence. You're honoring what this relationship, this twin flame connection has taught you. And you're also honoring the future relationships, even if you're not fully aware of it. You're honoring your future partner and your future friendships and your future family by being, by 1, being kinder to yourself, but by 2, not taking shit and being like, okay, I can do this, like taking the training wheels off and, you know, wishing for the best and making a move in this world. And I get that this person is in super deep regret, and they really can see the situation a lot more clear than they could have in the past. And I'm not saying, oh, take them back and it's going to be fine, because I don't know if this person has totally learned their lesson yet. But I do see that you are going to have a moment with them of peace. Like I see no matter what happens, it's going to be a peaceful, like, chapter closing. But yeah, you're ready to take some journeys and you're ready to move forward with life, pile number 2. So let's get into your heart message. Oh, that was fast. We have the King of Wands in the upright. There could be some thunderstorms in your area for the next 3 days. We have the 3 of Swords in the upright, and we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Lots of fire energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It's interesting, pile number 2. So we have 2 people and we have the 3 of Swords. There's a lot of heartache. There was a situation where you guys had an argument with this twin flame, this person, this connection. They wish they could take back those hurtful words. I'm not saying what they said is right, but I am seeing that they do regret it. And even though you guys aren't together, I do see that they look upon you very fondly. They do want to rebuild this connection. They do want to get back together with you. But this is a person that really struggles with impulse control. And what I'm seeing, pile number 2, and I'm just being honest, not fully fixed. Not fully, they're aware of it, but they're not doing anything about it totally. And what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2, is that you're really confident. And even though you're in a storm, even though with love or with relationships, connections, things might seem kind of bleak and maybe it's like rocky, I do see a lot of success for you, pile number 2. We have the Devil. So that's Capricorn energy. It's interesting. So this connection is painful. But yet I see that you both hold on to this connection because look, there's chemistry, there's energy between you. You guys definitely were meant to be a part of each other's life for a time. And I do see that you guys always come back to this happy moment, like when you guys get along, when it's great. But it's like you guys are chained. You're not really free. You know what I mean? And it's almost like you guys, when you were together, it was like, I don't want to say you both were living in a fantasy, but in order to keep it alive, you kind of had to suppress yourself. And I see that like no more. You are confident, fully aware, and ready to make action moves based on those confidence levels. And this person sees that, and even though they want to come to you, they lack the impulse control, but they also lack the nerves. So it's like they're gonna they're just not stable. They're just not stable. They also could have and this is no shaming, but they could have a substance abuse problem as well. I'm also getting some of you might be drawn to the color purple or might be buying some new shoes. We have the 6 of Pentacles in the upright, and we have the 7 of Swords in the upright. So this tells me that you're on the right track. You're on the right path. So when you see the number 6, that talks about like celebrating the victory and the struggle of the number 5, right? Like you move past 5. And when we go into 7, that's a lot of solo introspection, right? So we have the 6 of Pentacles and we have the 7 of Swords. There are still a lot of things that you totally don't know about this connection. And that is part of your heart message, is that you need to know that you don't totally know everything that's going on with this person and what's being said. There is some lies. There is some mystery. I also see that this person is checking up on you through other people, through social media, whatever the case may be. They're keeping tabs. I also see that for you, pile number 2, is that this keep being your generous self, keep being your loving self, and help anyone in need that needs it. If you can afford it, do it. Spirit, the universe, God will provide. And I see that you're totally learning that lesson as well. And it's not about, oh, I can give to them and God will give it back. It's more like the universe will have my back, and I'm going to have faith in my abilities, and I'm going to give 100% of what I can do. And as long as you do that, you'll be blessed. And I see that you've learned that and you know that, and you're just honoring where you are. So I hope that helped pile number 2. Until next time, doodles, love you. Hello, everybody who chose pile number 3. Scared money, don't make money. The state of Nevada. This message is just for you. A message for your heart, and a message from the person closest to your heart. Let's get started. All signs are welcome. I'm feeling really strong Leo, Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius, and Aries. I'm getting that for you, pile number 3. You recently might have bought a new shirt, but not just any shirt. I get that you kind of did a U-Haul. Maybe you recently bought some new clothes. I get from a nicer clothing store. Like you're really updating your wardrobe. And I get that you want to present a little classier, like a little more nicer. And that's what you did. You got button-up shirts, or I just get like nice clothes. Not church nice, but kind of nice, you know? I also get that you might have recently had a licorice or some type of candy or Italian food. I got sambuca. That's like in my head just popped up the word sambuca. I also get that you or someone close to you might be partaking in the herbal experience. I got wake and bake, so no judgment here. I also get that you might be attracted to the colors pink and purple. Pink is all about good health and self-love and friendship, and purple is all about intuition, right? The crown chakra. So I get that that's what you're doing. And truly, pile number 3, so pile 1 and 2 kind of felt like lots of connections and like really connected activity, you're solo. Pile number 3, I get that you have been single for the last 8 months. And I get honestly, this last 8 months to a year, you have been working really hard on you, putting in the steps day by day. And I see that you have been rewarded, and newsflash, good news, you're going to still get rewarded. It's continual because you're truly opening up your heart. Definitely strong earth energy. You could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is your person's message to you, but this is also, I feel like, your personal creed right now. It says, I'm working day by day toward our future and our stability. I also want to invest more in spending time with you. You are working so hard on becoming more emotionally available. And when it comes to love, I get that you have been really burned, especially by situationships, or this is like somebody who either isn't going to commit to you or is dragging their feet, or you have to keep it on the down low somehow, or it's taboo in some way. You are burned out by this connection, and you have been for quite some time. And so is this person. But enough about them. I feel like you, pile number 3, are fully alive. Remember that song, Fully Alive? Oh, who sings that? Flyleaf? So you might, I think I mentioned church earlier, so you might be going to church more, or you might be diving deeper into your own spirituality or higher source of power. I also get the number 7 being very prominent for you. So I do get that luck is on your side. I get that people are really enjoying your presence, but not just your presence, but your true authenticity. I get that you draw a crowd in, even if you're not loud, even if you're not an introvert. I get that when you speak, even by not speaking, just you being you makes people really happy. I get that you're unique, that you have a lot to say, and that you have strong opinions, and you have a lot of love to give. And people really respond to that. I see someone being shocked by it, and I see 2 prominent people. One person being super shocked by your glow up of life, and another person being super like impressed. Like 2 really prominent people, but like all the surrounding people, like your coworkers and like, you know, I don't want to say associates, but it could be associates or just, acquaintances, just being the life of the party. Pile number 3. I see that, yeah, you're hitting strides, your goals, whether it's your body goals, your workout goals, just tangible things you can grab. I get that you and the person you're connected to, even though you're single, even though you and this person are not talking, I get that you both are really focused on the material world right now. But you're also focused on the stability of your material world to dive deep in your emotional world. And I get that the person you're connected to is focusing on their physical world, but they're not really diving into the emotional aspect. You know, they're not really relieving themselves, you know? So this could be somebody who might have issues with substance abuse, or kind of hermits a lot, like hides. But yeah, I see that the person you're connected to is also really played out by this connection, not because you're like tiring, but they're tired of the secrecy, of the taboo, of the blocks, of the, you know, don't ask, don't tell. Like, it's the very, like, there's something blocking this connection, but they're also like the person running away from it. Like, they're not fully ready, and you're okay with it. It's almost like you have been okay with it. I feel like this breakup, this disconnection happened a long time ago, and ever since that disconnection, you have been having a massive glow up, and I get that you're being really well received. And this person, if they could say anything to you, they would want to tell you that they're working on becoming more stable. Now, I don't know if it's fully there just yet, but I will say that they are very like aware of how much they care about you, and they're very aware of what they need to do, but I don't see them doing it anytime soon. So whenever you see the 7 of Pentacles, it's all about patience and waiting. So let's see what your message is, pile number 3, for your heart. Pile number 3. You might be going to the casino soon, or I get like luck, just like, I don't condone gambling, but if you gamble, I see you being lucky. Pile number 3. We have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. You also could have watched the Avengers movie, or the movie with the little Groot dude. The Wheel in reverse. Let's get one more. Pile 3. And we have the Empress. So what you need to know, pile number 3, is that this person that is disconnected from you really would like to come back. That ever since being apart from you, their luck has not been on their side. And they see you as the ultimate mother. And you don't have to be a woman, you can be a man. But what they see you as is the ultimate love source. The person that is full of sensuality and life and, yes, physical beauty. I see that they're very attracted to you. And beauty doesn't have to look like one thing. I'm seeing that they see you as uniquely as you. I get that you're a bold person. I get that you don't follow social norms, that you live by your own rules, and this person is obsessed with it. And I see that, yeah, they recognize who you are. They recognize. So you better recognize that you're a badass, that you're a garden that is meant to handle and grow all these different things. And when you see the card of the Empress can take on lots of new little things, and she has the potential to grow everything. And that's what you're doing. You're following your sensuality. You want to grow your sensuality and your sexuality. And by you becoming more confident in you and expressing, like I said, like, see, her duds are all nice. Like, I get that the more you express yourself, the more comfortable you become with yourself, the more the love, the sex, the romance, the relationships that are going, it's just going to naturally happen. It's going to follow you. But when it comes to this person, this romantic love affair that either they ran away from you, they ran away from commitment, they definitely want to come back. Take that, information for how you will. I don't totally see them like being changed, but I see that they see that they're part of the problem. I also get that you might be going to the library or be reading more. I have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright and the Eight of Wands. I'm sorry, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Wands in the upright. So I get that this person might have recently reached out to you, and I get that you either, not in a rude way, but you either blew them off or you just didn't really give them the time of day. You both see the potential that this relationship, what it could have been, and it was wasted. And what I'm telling you, what I'm seeing for you, pile number 1, maybe you were wanted to watch pile number 1. Go ahead and watch it. What I'm seeing for you is that this person would like to transform from the toad into the happy prince. I don't know if that's going to happen. They want it to happen. But I see that you're okay with it. And you're not going to kiss this frog anymore. Man or woman, I do see, these are like the Eight of Wands that are love darts. So I do see romance and love coming in for you. But what your heart needs to hear is patience. Let yourself continue to grow into you. Give it time. And especially with this past connection, I do see them coming back. And we'll see if they change or not. Until next time, love you. Toodles.